I saw this tweet over the weekend, and it was a tweet of Tim Lincecum throwing 144 pitches to get a no-no or a perfect or something. And the guy quote tweeted it, and he was like, "Oh, this is actually the greatest reason why they shouldn't pitch Skeens."
Well, right. I mean,
unintentionally, you gave the greatest reason why they shouldn't pitch him.
I know.
For 144
I know.
pitches.
I get it. But listen, all the greats, and we think this kid will eventually be an all-time great, barring health. Unfortunately, we see so many pitchers' elbows explode.
Yeah.
But assuming health, he does look like he's going to be a Hall of Fame all-timer. He just does. Yeah. Maybe not the GOAT, maybe the GOAT. We don't know. But he's going to be one of those.
Yep.
And, listen, no hitters matter on your resume. I'm sorry. Is that too old school of me to say? Like, I get the analytics we talked about earlier and even that tweet you talked about, like you don't want to overwork the kid. I get it. But damn it, man, if he's going to be an all-timer, having no hitters and perfect games and all these kind of things matter on your resume. That's part of your Hall of Fame resume. Yeah. So to deny him that opportunity just didn't sit right with me. That's all. Give the kid a chance.
Yeah, I agree. And I also do think he is going to be a Hall of Fame pitcher. And I think he's honestly going to not have health issues just because he has all of those weird workouts like the thing he does with the water jug.
He's a big dude, too.
And he's huge. He's like 6'8".
Yeah, he's a big cat.
You know what I mean? Stocky, hockey.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it really just comes down to this, why I think he's going to be such a great pitcher. Because everyone's talking about he's 6'8", he's large, and he throws 102. But it's the fact that he has 4 MLB-ready pitches already a year after being drafted.
Jeez.
He has the fastball, which obviously I just talked about, 102. He has the slider, he has the splinter, and he has a curve. And they're all tunneling so well together. It's like I seen a pitch over the weekend or something like that. It looked like it was going to be 2 feet off the plate. And it just yanked right into the zone.
Nasty.
I'm like, this kid is gross. Like, I wouldn't even I would go up there and I wouldn't even swing the bat. I would just hope and pray. I'd close my eyes and hope and pray, bro, because I couldn't do nothing with his stuff. His stuff is ridiculous.
Bro, I'm looking for his measurables because in my mind all right, here it is. In my mind, he's a linebacker, and I was right.
Right.
6'6", 235.
Sheesh.
That's a cheat code. I mean, this kid's unreal. I love this kid. I don't think he's the best in the game right now, but he may be my damn favorite to watch right now.
Yeah.
I tell you that. He may not be the best right now. He might be my favorite to watch, though. All right, so let's talk pitchers Mount Rushmore since we're here.
Yep.
Skeens isn't going to be on this yet.
No.
But let's go one for one here. Give me your top spot on Mount Rushmore pitcher.
I don't have it in any order, but
okay.
I'll start with the guy that obviously, you guys have come to love me
Dodger
over here in Boston. But, I grew up in Dodger land, you know what I mean? And I got to go with the guy, Clayton Kershaw.
Oh, I don't hate that.
He doesn't have the playoff success, and that's just because of the team that the Dodgers have really put around him over the last early years of his career.
Yeah.
But now that he has a team, he has an opportunity to win another World Series. We'll see what they can do.
Yep.
I think that he just has always had the stuff. When you look at his regular season, he has so many Cy Youngs. His ERA is insane. Like, this dude has always been special. He's the kid that was always promised to baseball, and he's given everything to this sport that you possibly could ask for. I got to give him the nod. So Clayton Kershaw is definitely in my Mount Rushmore.
No hate here. You could argue he's the greatest pitcher of his generation. It's no hate from me at all.
Yep.
I'm going to go Nolan Ryan. I mean, my childhood would not forgive me if I didn't take Nolan Ryan. Obviously, the numbers are there. Obviously, the longevity is there. And just almost what we're talking about with Skeens, Nolan Ryan had that too, of sort of that urban legend. Just that, like, he throws so hard. He was so intimidating. He was so tough. He was so mean. I mean, that reputation preceded him. Everywhere he went, I think there was an intimidation factor of guys that were up there. Would you say hoping and praying or close your eyes, hoping? I think guys, when they went against Nolan Ryan, knew damn well how it was going to end. Yeah. And it was going to be Nolan Ryan is going to fan your ass. That's how it's going to go. All right, who's next?
Yeah, I got to go with a guy that's going to fan you a lot. 3-time K title. It's got to be Pedro. If I'm going to show love to LA, I'm going to show love to Boston. Pedro's got to be on this list. 3-time Cy Young Award winner, 8-time All-Star, and a guy who was under a 3 ERA for his entire career. Some guys struggle to have a 3 ERA for a season, a month. This dude did it for his entire career. So I have to throw it out there. He's a great pick for this one, and you know it.
I do know it. Pedro, I'm sorry. I've done this exercise many times in my life, in my career. And Pedro's always on my list. And for the first time ever, I left him off.
Shame.
I know.
Shame.
I'll go big unit, who does belong on this, obviously. I mean, what can you say? I mean, this guy was a freak of nature. God took his time when he made Randy Johnson and said, you know what? Hold on. All the rest of the pitchers he put out into the world, he said, wait, one more. Randy Johnson, let me take a little extra time here. It looks like he was made in a lab to be the greatest pitcher of all time.
Yeah.
Like, it was unbelievable what he brought to the game. Again, the same checklist with Nolan Ryan, if you kind of think about it. The numbers, the accolades, the longevity is incredible. He did it for different franchises. He's a champ, big unit all day. Who's next for you?
You know, I got to go to a guy who just absolutely never walked guys. Think about this, all right? In 5,000 innings.
Jeez.
He owned innings. So that's, multiple batters an inning,
Yeah.
blah, 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 whatever you want to think about it, right? He's only walked 999 guys.
That's crazy.
Obviously, we can always talk about Cy Youngs. He won 4 of them. 8-time All-Star. But this guy, from the Atlanta Braves, Greg Maddux.
Oh, Maddux, yeah.
He's got to be on the list for me.
That's fair. I always loved Maddux, but I loved Glavine and Smoltz too. I mean, those dudes were just nasty. And I almost think, in a way, I never gave Maddux his flowers individually the way I should have, because I always coupled all of them together as a unit. I always thought Smoltz and Glavine along with him. But there's no doubt that Maddux was the best out of that court. No question. I'm going Roger Clemens here. I mean, I know a lot of people roll their eyes whenever you give Roger Clemens props and they want to go to the steroid thing. But with him, much like Barry Bonds, whenever people roll their eyes because of the juice, I'm like, he actually had a Hall of Fame career before he touched that stuff, too.
Yeah.
The juice didn't make him a great pitcher, or in Bond's case, a great hitter.
Right.
It just gave him longevity to do it forever, right?
Right.
But, they had Hall of Fame careers before that stuff was ever introduced to them.
Yeah.
So I'm going Roger Clemens there, and, of course, we know all about him around town here.
Yeah.
Who's last?
Major League Baseball, shame on you. Put Roger Clemens in the Hall
Fact.
of Fame.
Just with all these guys in it. They were all using, and you knew it, baseball. Relax.
I spent a little time there because I obviously have Randy Johnson in mind as well.
Yeah. Okay.
He's 6'10". I obviously love the clip of him hitting a bird. You know how hard you have to be throwing a baseball to hit a bird while it's moving throughout the air? Yeah, he's on my Mount Rushmore.
R.I.P. to the bird. Pour out a little liquor for the bird who's no longer with us.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going Max Scherzer. I'm sorry, Pedro. This was Pedro's spot forever. I'm going Mad Max. This guy continues. When he went to the Rangers, I said, if the Rangers win the World Series, that's it. I'm putting him on my Mount Rushmore. Now, I'm not acting like he threw them to it. I know he dealt with injuries in the playoffs, but he still gutted it out. He was still out there. I watched him do the same thing in Washington.
Yeah.
This guy, Max Scherzer, for all of his greatness, and we know he's going to be a Hall of Famer, and we know he's a fan favorite too, but I don't think Max Scherzer gets the credit he deserves. He feels underrated to me.
Yeah.
All the Ks, all the wins, the intensity. Guys in his clubhouse love him. I mean, this guy's unbelievable. I think Mad Max Scherzer is an all-timer in the game of baseball, and I actually do believe over time, as time goes on, history will be more kind to him than the present was.